Good morning and happy Thanksgiving Day. This is your career and finance reading for the 48 hours. Yesterday's was amazing. Check it out. Actually, yesterday's general reading was really good. This morning's general reading was amazing. So, overall message for the Divine Collective for their finance and career. Thank you. Ooh. Alright. Wow. This isn't necessarily for the feminines or the masculines, this is just overall for the collective. So there's 3 groups, or overall energy for in 3 ways. So, for some, it's their finances, at least it's green and red, so power hungry. I'm getting power. Some people are power hungry for finances. They protect it with their outer shell here. They're protecting their money, their pentacles. These even almost look like pentacles the way they light up, right? And they actually get an emotional attachment, perhaps from childhood, the way they're raised, regarding their money. That's why they're protecting it. Almost reminds me of the energy of family, or the generation that was raised in the Depression, how they still, like, they'll save everything, and they not hoard, but they save like everything. You know, they wash out plastic containers and reuse them. They reuse napkins multiple times. Tea bags get reused and reused. It's like a almost a scarcity mentality. So, but also that means they can save a lot of money because they protect it so well, right? All right, so then the fox energy is very much in your sacral energy, with this yellow around is your, not sacral, my bad, solar plexus, I meant to say. Your solar plexus is your powerhouse, your strength, your courage. So you're having courage and strength to build your money, to go after what you want. You're very keen and intellectual, analyzing it. This is very earthy. Well, it is an earth card. Good thing I felt earth energy from it. Let's see, but also sly as a fox comes out. Being sly in how they make some of their money. Perhaps this is almost, they're going to make their money no matter what it takes. And nobody else is getting their share of that money as well. They're going to sacrifice anything else they have to worry about. Money is like a priority to them, but it's their strength. They feel that's what makes them courageous and strong, is their financial matters. Then there's the air signs, who thinks money's probably irrelevant. Materialistic things are not necessarily theirs. They easily go from the lights to the dark, this world to outer worlds, to other worlds, astral travel wise, and think that perhaps they have an inner child issue or concern of the way they were upbrought, or generational curses even regarding financials, meaning they think that money is the root of all evil, or you can't buy happiness with money, so other things are more important. Now, what's nice with this combination is the majority of the collective has a little bit of all of this in them, or maybe a combination of these two and a combination of these two, which is kind of funny, right? That's why the day and night comes out, is because 3 different elements here. But to embrace, depending on the season, this is almost like money's a joke energy right now for somebody. Maybe, I'm not sure why that is, but so anyway, there's here, almost like for some or most, there's like an overlapping. Perhaps some are feeling this way deep down, but they want to be more of this. And for this group here, they're more of this, and they're trying to be more of that, embrace their courage and strength. And perhaps the fox energy is trying to learn, especially this one way, because he's looking this direction, is trying to embrace more of this protection of it, but yet it's causing them to be more emotional about it and protect it. So it's like we're embodying right now a little of all three. That's really interesting. Perhaps it's because of the holidays, people feel they need to save up for money or Christmas, whatever. If you spend a lot of money, I think time with other people is more important than materialistic things. I'm probably more of a minimalist because materialistic things have energy, right? So you want positive things in your life without clutter. Definitely do not do clutter. I don't. I'm more of a minimalist. I have nice things that are what I need and nothing extra. So let's get going on our Pentacles spirit. What's going on with our Pentacles? Good things. This is a waxing moon cycle now that the new moon has come and gone the other day. This is a waxing, so do your manifestation to bring positive things into your life. Call in your abundance. Call in the birthrights of financial matters. If anybody wants an affirmation or spell work, you can email me at sacredspiritualhealer@gmail.com. I'll email you the spell for an affirmation. Good. 10 of Pentacles. And the Chariot, money's coming into you. Wow, that's good. Whoops, this one. Spirit says, oh, awesome. That's a great read. Man, you might not even need to clarify much. This is beautiful. And whether you have a lot or little, today is Thanksgiving, so be sure and be thankful for what you do have. Give thanks. Be sure and okay. Just want to make sure they're ready. So you're starting off with Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning regarding your career or a new beginning regarding your Pentacles, and that is starting right off very blossoming, very flourishing. You are not looking back, you're looking forward. You're not looking back at the past, you're looking forward to the new beginning that you have in front of you with excitement. Things in the past have probably been a little tilted or perhaps out of perspective, and now that you have a higher perspective, you're seeing things above the clouds, like an eagle flies over the clouds, flies above the storms, and that's the view you're taking right now. But your Pentacles are definitely blossoming. You've planted new seeds and they're flourishing. That's amazing. You've put down the past, put down the things that no longer serve you, and you are moving forward with determination, with strength and courage. It's been emotional, but you're communicating this forward movement with others, or communication recently has come into you. Perhaps that's a new job offer that came into you, and now you're leaving things behind you and moving forward. And you're not looking back, because it's going to bring you a lot of Pentacles. So don't second guess your intuition when you get that job offer or the promotion. King of Wands, listening to your higher self, listening to your intuition, your infinity symbol here. Communication is bringing you blossom, is blossoming. You're learning to communicate better in a higher level with strength, and having the strength and courage to communicate your desires. And this brings you sun. Sorry, my computer just flashed like it was going to go off or something. But you've come out of the cave. Perhaps you were in hermit mode recently because of the job situation. Thank you, Spirit. And now you can come out and hold your head high, knowing that your intuition, your higher self is in charge, and you're one with yourself. You're loving yourself as well, grooming, taking better care of yourself as well, I'm hearing. And having the means financially to do make improvements of your environment, perhaps. Communication has been very emotional. This 3, you had to make choices, of course, because you chose to move forward. But you had a choice of 3 things. It was rocky for a while, very fiery. You weren't sure what way you were going, but you followed your star. You followed the guidance from your intuition, your spirit guides, your higher self, which also from your heart, because there's so much emotion in this decision you made. But you chose whatever one, or you went into hermit mode to make the choice, I guess would be the scenario here. We see though here that you move forward and it is going to be profitable for you. So let's see what this is. This might be regarding a relationship or work. But you were felt left out in the cold, so you went into hermit mode. You took the light in your heart that shines, your faith and your belief in the star that guides you, that's been guiding you. The light you know is there. Perhaps this is your divine counterpart that you're took into hermit mode with you in this telepathically or energetically, so that you could think about this and decide what move you're going to make. Because now you're moving forward with a different job. Perhaps you had to move or relocate, and that's what this would. Perhaps some of you are flying long distance, or you're flying to someone. But it does look like it was regarding something that you have passion for, something you have love for, and emotion. A lot of emotion was in this decision. You had emotion here, here, and here. So this was an emotional event for you. This probably after a transformation, you went through a dark area where perhaps you went either without work, or work was getting scarce. Perhaps they cut your pay or cut your hours. Perhaps some of you were injured or something that caused you to miss work, regarding resulting in less pay. But the King of Cups is here, filled his own cup with self-love, which is awesome. Good job. Kudos to you for nurturing your oneself, because it's important. You have to take care of yourself before you can care for others. You have to fill your own cup and love yourself unconditionally before you can love someone else or a job. You have to still have passion for yourself and for what you want, and take care of yourself before you put passion into work, right? So, but this is fulfilling. You're very much emotional about it. You feel like your ships are finally coming in, and this is coming to fruition. You no longer feel like a fish out of water, because you have a higher perspective. You're listening to your higher self, your guidance from the Great Spirit. He's sending you spirit guide messages, synchronicities as well. This new moon has given you more of an awakening. Perhaps things were illuminated out of the shadows, things that you didn't like about yourself. Perhaps you had to take a look at the man or woman in the mirror and say, I need a change. That's not what I want anymore. So this is, I'm going to say it felt right away. I was going to say this is in the past, even though that's not the type of reading I'm doing. But because it's in reverse, I'm going with this is in the past, because that was what came to me. Okay, so upright, 9 of Swords. Each one of these swords was either a dramatic injury, like a stab to your back, a stab to your heart. The moon even was reversed, so everything seems like it was going backwards. But communication, there just wasn't getting through. It wasn't working. You battled this person. Constant fighting. Your wings are all tore up. You felt caged with this person. This could be someone at work. It could be someone in your personal life. Could be family or friend. But each one of these swords, of 9 of them, was a stab in the back, a stab to the heart, and you just felt like it was killing you. You were down for the count here in your nest. You went into hermit mode from this. It put you almost in an analysis paralysis sense. You felt caged, but in reverse, this is in the past. You've left this behind with this new awakening with the new moon, and this new awakening and realization of what's been illuminated to you with the new moon. It shone light on the things of your shadow self, shone light to the things that you hid inside the window of your soul. In the window of your soul. You looked in the window of your soul and didn't like what you saw, so you made changes, which brings abundance in all things. Not only do you have enough abundance for yourself, your family, but others to be more generous, which you were generous in nature, but you were feeling so beat down that you couldn't even see outside of yourself anymore. Wow. The Chariot finally is here. New accolades to you for the work you've done. You've risen to a higher self. You've transformed. Yes, you've had new growth. Your roots are growing now. You set in new roots with a new belief system. The moon is flipped back over so that you are looking, you can see the light ahead of you instead of in your past. You're finally looking forward to your future. And the Chariot is here to move you there. Why? Because there's an ending recently. This is an ending to a cycle and a new beginning for you. You found strength. You found courage in your solar plexus. You've realized now with the energy of a raging bull, you're ready to move forward. Spirit has given you gifts. The sting of the Scorpio has bitten you and made you want to move forward with the understanding in your beliefs, your belief system. Thank you. And you received communication from spirit guides, from the Great Spirit, listening to your higher self and intuition as well. But this is a new cycle that's the cycle that's ended and the new cycle that's beginning. A lot of good stuff for you. That's a lot of good stuff. That's awesome. Somebody's had probably a death of the soul, or rebirth, of the soul, like a transformation, for the group of you that fits for. Sorry, I used my lap to shuffle. Oops, too many. Clarify, please, Ace of, okay. Your Ace of Pentacles comes with the Sun card, celebration. Again, you're the eagle flying up over the storm. Okay, 10 of Wands, ending to the battle, ending to the things that no longer serve them. Clarify, please. 2 imprecise messages for the collective on your financials. Yeah, 5 of Cups. Spirit handed this new opportunity to you. It was a gift from Divine, and before you were ignoring it. You were out in the cold from it. You didn't want to accept it, but finally you realized this is a divine option, and you're taking that option. You're moving forward. The Knight of King right here. Clarifying the King. Yeah, just what we said. Alright. King of Wands there in front of the gate. So some of the people in your past in the workplace, these people that were around you, made you feel like you were out in the cold. They were really moths, and they weren't the dragonflies. You were in a place of compassion and emotion, and you thought you were surrounded by dragonflies, but the essence of it was some of them were really moths, there to eat away at the things that were good. Spirit came in and shoved you. You probably got a tower moment as well as that transformation and a rebirth. It's a spirit shoving you, just like throwing you out of that tower. You can see his hand behind here. I'll hold it up in a second. See it? He threw you from the tower so that you would fly. He gave you wings as a butterfly, and you were no longer a caterpillar. Spirit says Yes, a caterpillar. You were a caterpillar, and you went through transformation and had wings, and they threw you from the tower to make you fly as a butterfly. And now you've emerged a beautiful butterfly, and you are illuminated. You are now illuminated and shining brightly with your gifts, Spirit says. Yes, you are flying like the butterfly out of and leaving behind things that no longer serve you. That's with the decision, the Three of Wands, the choices that were so emotional for you. You've left the ones that no longer serve you behind. As a King of Cups, you were moving forward, maybe slow as a turtle, but you're surrounded by emotions. You were just surrounded. You had your staff there of truth. You followed the light. Look at this crystal here, matches the one that you were in here. The gift that was for you, and you're holding on to that gift from Spirit, that divine gift, and moving forward into hermit mode to see what this is about, to maybe break down or unpack the downloads you're receiving from Spirit. Clarify hermit. Ten of Cups. You've planted the new seed and watching it grow now. Because before you felt like your life was a chaos. Five of Coins. This is like everybody around you was against you and you were just in turmoil. It's because you didn't like the man in the mirror. And you received that, you remember that tower moment, how when you were thrown from the tower, everybody saw it. Everyone was below you watching. And they weren't able to reach down and save you. You kept trying to climb, but they were just letting you fall to your death. So you shot the arrow of truth for higher goal, higher perspective, thank you, Spirit, to close the gap here, to bring you and this other person together. The Spirit had to drag you. You've gone through, yes, definitely gone through the dark night of the soul and the transformation. Spirit's dragging you back out so that you can have the rebirth. It's almost like a phoenix rising energy on that card. Which is why it said you're illuminating, you're rising up. King of Cups, please. You emerge as the King of Cups with passion and love for your work, for what you're doing. Spirit, you had to go in and have healing, and Spirit is handing you the new medicine and telling you that you have healing hands and to use them for your purpose, for your soul purpose. Thank you, Spirit. No. Clarify the King of Cups. Clarify King of Cups. Okay, Five of Wands. Yes, your spirit has now risen. You gone. This reminds me of Ebenezer Scrooge on the Christmas show, where they go to Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future type thing, and it shows them all the faces he used to wear or masks he used to be, and now he's had a new rebirth, an enlightenment. And he's come out as the High Priestess. The High Priestess is here. This is either, it's with the Emperor. Alright, so if you're the, hang on, I gotta figure this one out. So Spirit's given you images to help you see your path ahead and what your future lies. Right? And if you're the feminine, then you are the High Priestess. I'm going to do it this way because I'm getting both. So if you're the feminine, you are the High Priestess. You know the dark behind the light. Without darkness, you have no light. So your understanding of the yin and the yang and of your counterpart's dark side, shadow side, and his light side. And you see him for the soul, not the avatar of the body that's here on earth. Right? You know that he's your Hierophant. If you're the masculine, you're coming up as the Emperor while you were thrown from the tower and you've had these new awakenings, this rebirth, and then Spirit took you and threw you in your throne and said, you're going to be the emperor, you're going to be in soul purpose, like it or not, is the energy. And look at his face. It's like he's not real thrilled, but he's receiving the lightning bolts, and these look like lightning bolts with blood dripping or something. But definitely going to follow through with his mission now, because Spirit's told him what he has to do, and he knows that she is the high priestess to his emperor and Hierophant energy, and she knows that he is divine counterparts. So they're going in mission together, this new purpose, this new business endeavor. They're going to be partners. That's why you're putting behind all the aches and pains here. Clarified 9 of Swords. That face on that king cracks me up, for Emperor. Yes, because you were, the 9 of Swords is because you looked in the mirror, you saw your reflection, and it wasn't who you wanted to be, but more importantly, it wasn't who you know yourself to be. It wasn't, you were presenting as someone you weren't. There's 3 different images here, and they're all different. So over here at work, you're one person, or pretending to be one person. At home, you're pretending to be this person, and with friends or outside, perhaps, or online, you're pretending to be this person. But they're not really you. None of them were you. You need to be your true self. And now you've realized that with this awakening, because you've emerged an alligator wrestler, evidently, the King of Wands, because you received the message from the divine, empowering, showing you your true self. So you're able to move forward and balance things and put an end to the stabbing in the back and the broken bridge that kept you from the other side, that kept you from your divine. Okay, clarify 10 of Coins. The Ace of Wands, a new beginning with this journey. Three of Swords. You've had heartbreak, but you've risen above it and you see things now from a higher perspective, and you've gone within and healed yourself. This is the Page of Coins, and this guy, he's now walking and marching to the beat of his own drum. He knows he's different and he's okay with it, even though he doesn't have to be someone he's not. He can dance to the beat of his own drum and realizes that that's okay. He's on solid foundation because he's protected by the divine, and this is divinely guided. Something magical is coming in, something divine is coming in, because this is like the parade when they do the drum beat rolling up to something. The Chariot that's clarifying the Chariot, because the Chariot's coming. Okay. He's releasing the Four of Coins as greed, perhaps. He's now realized with this epiphany of a rebirth, he's realized that all the material possessions he was holding on to so tightly was built, they were from a faulty foundation, and he needed to release them. Whew. Clarify the World, please. I was going to read that earlier. What's this? Time of celebration with friends and growth, meditation with like-minded people, and also the Page of Cups, offering something, bringing you a gift. Yes, and the Chariot card once again, moving forward, taking control of the situation. Okay, Spirit says also you need to raise your own vibration first. Spend energy with like-minded people. That's that. Recharge your energy. Stay positive always in all you do and in what you speak. That's what I have for your financials. I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving Day.